Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. We're on Wednesday today, all day, right? So I'm not sure how you guys are doing. I'm doing fabulous as far as how I feel. But when we are faced with habit-like opportunities, sometimes those, regardless of how you feel, like how you focus on feeling, and, it's kind of like that brain speaking to your body type of thing. So anyways, the reason I share is because for myself personally, I didn't do the eggplant bake last night, so I'm doing it tonight. And sorry for all the noise. It is evening time, so it's very busy here. So I am doing the eggplant parmesan today. I mixed it with some tomato, it's eggplant, and then I had some bell peppers, so I just kind of threw those in there, and then mushroom. And then I'm gonna do that with a salad, and probably do some balsamic vinaigrette or vinegar, not vinaigrette. But my family obviously didn't necessarily want to eat that. And so one of my sons had cavity filled today, so he has kind of coming off of the numbness. So he needed something a little bit more easy to eat with numbness. And then the rest of my family was going to eat leftover beans and make burritos. Now, they aren't just any beans. They are my mother-in-law's beans. She is Mexican, and she makes the best beans known to man. Now, my argument to having some, if I did, was they're still considered plant-based, except there's a couple of factors. Number one, we don't have beans in our menu yet. Number two, we are not using oil as best as we can. So, excuse me, if it were next week, maybe justified. Maybe if we're talking like towards the end. But right now, it is not the best of decisions to make. But here's where, sorry, I have this scratchiness in my throat. Here's where the struggle gets real. And this is what I find that I do more often than I should. And I think us as moms, or if we care for children or anything like that, or if you struggle, maybe you don't have kids, but maybe you struggle with not wanting food to go to waste. But this is my 6-year-old's leftovers. A third of a bean burrito. Now, historically, I would eat this third of the bean burrito. And then, this is what's left of the beans. They're empty. But look at this spoon. That looks like a really good spoon. Because it still has some beans in there. Like, you see that chunkiness? These are some really good beans. And as I'm smelling them, I just want to lick the spoon. So, I am sharing with you guys, I'm not doing it. And then earlier, when my son had soup, of all the soups, it's ramen soup. Now, the ingredients are rice, and I guess I could justify it, but I'm really wanting to stick to this regimen. So, I have ramen noodle soup, which has been one of my favorite things that I've enjoyed, and I will enjoy next week for sure. But, so I had 2 opportunities just this evening alone, and it was both of them were because there was some left, and this mom has a really hard time. This woman, because this was well before I had children, has a really hard time letting food go to waste. Now, this isn't going to go to waste. I'm going to put it in a baggie, and he can eat it later, but why would we waste it on him? It should be me that's, enjoying it, is kind of my motto. But anyways, all to just share, the struggle is real. Our temptations are right in front of us all day long. And it's really up to us how we want to choose to move forward and move past that temptation. Now, let's just say that you give in. It is not the end of the world. But there is really neat victory in saying, I can, but I choose not to. And that's kind of what this detox has been about. or the heart and soul of this detox. And I love hearing so many of you talk about how great you're feeling and how the headaches have let up and how you haven't felt this great in a long time. I can totally relate. I feel the same way. I turned 16 weeks pregnant yesterday, and now I know that me feeling good is also because I'm in my second trimester, but I also know that I'm eating much differently today than I was a week ago. And it's not to say I was eating horribly. I was just eating beans if I wanted to, and I wasn't having nearly as many salads. So, yeah, I have my eggplant. Actually, the timer's about to go up, and yeah, it's about to go off. So I'm all done. You know, I thank you so much for those of you who are, you know, participating and interacting and letting us know how you're doing. It's always encouraging to hear how everybody's doing, you know, just to keep us all accountable and keep things real. There's no wrong way to do this detox. It's really your detox. So thank you, everybody. Share your story of the struggle. Hashtag the struggle is real if you have one. You have to have one. Maybe you went to work today and you know there was you know, candy on the table or donuts or something like that. Share it. Thanks, everybody.